Yo, what's up, everyone? Hope everyone is having a great morning. CPI day today. We've had some volatility already. And set up for a decent day, hopefully. Make sure to throw a GM in the chat, say what's up. Hey, Steven. Good morning. Billy, what's going on? Good morning. Hey, I'm lost. I think I should just call you lost. That kind of sounds funny. Hey, I'm lost. Good morning, Mikolaj. All right, so just trying to figure out our channels today. No clear pattern, one way or the other. We're definitely up and down, above and below the EMA. So looks like we're gonna get some solid mixed trading. I'm going to switch over to the Nasdaq, try to just make sure I have some solid channels there. Looks like on both the ES and the Nasdaq, we have a break and new high of the most recent channel. Right here, break, new high. So that uptrend likely is played out for the time being. Good morning, Steve T. Hey, Toad, what's up? I appreciate everyone jumping in and saying good morning right off the bat. That's like that. Good vibes when everyone's speaking up and talking. Toad's angry this morning. Good morning. All right, Toad, we get it. All right, all right. ES as well has what looks to be a break and a new high already. So perhaps we will get a move down here. And it looks like already a break of our little channel right here. So maybe one little move down and then a bounce. we'll see. We're definitely up and down, above and below the EMA, so kind of could go either way at this point. And actually, technically, if this turns bearish, it could be our second entry. From the bottom, we technically have our first entry right here. It looks kind of like a double bottom, but it is one tick higher. Could get a pullback and a second entry. I don't know that I'm going to take that. Yeah, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look like two legit legs, but could certainly. And also, we're testing the EMA here. We could hold above it. This could turn into a bigger, wider pattern or something. Like maybe we're expecting a new high. Actually, that channel looks pretty good, really. Well, there's that bearish bar. If you want to play that second entry short, there it is. Closing below the EMA. It might be decent. It might be decent. Might not even trigger there. Doesn't even look like it's going to trigger. We're 12 minutes away from the open, still plenty of time. Ooh, this is a little bit interesting. Bar turning down, could finish bearish. And I don't know, the second entry short might be halfway decent here. Same setup it looks like is forming on the Nasdaq. You do. You know, I haven't refreshed, reloaded historical data. I'm going to do that right now. I did delete the cache for sure. I'm going to reload the data as well. Everyone's got different bars. Not a great sign for me. Usually means mine are wrong. There we go. Reloaded the data. That should be better. Yeah, that definitely looks different there. Cool. I always forget to do that even though I delete the cache. Need to do both for sure. You need to delete the cache and reload historical data. Cool. I'm glad y'all have the same bars as me now. That's encouraging. And suddenly that second entry short doesn't look as great. Nine minutes to the open. Morning, macaroons. What's going on? Be sure to like the stream, y'all, as you're coming in. Support the channel. Support legit trading on YouTube. Make YouTube trading great again. Hey, morning, Thomas. Well, looks like that second entry short would have worked out if you decided to jump on that. It's already gone for a couple points. Nice, Thomas. That's awesome. 11-point runner. That's great. Big runners feel so good, don't they? Cool. Well, now we have a break of this little channel right here. New low. So we might get a little bounce. Clear range structure for the day. No doubt about that. Up and down below the EMA, so we will get chances on either side of the action. Not news in 5 minutes. Market open in 5 minutes. Something's happening in 5 minutes. I don't know what it is. So we had CPI this morning. If you weren't around, that's where we got this crazy volatility right here, this big spike up. Instantly reversed. Pretty crazy reversal on that one. It looks like, what did CPI came in a little bit lower than expected. 3.2 versus 3.3. That's the year over year. The core CPI and month over month were right at expectation. Unemployment claims were lower than expected. And so far what the market's telling us is it doesn't really know what to make of that. We had a spike up, instantly reversed. Now we're just kind of chopping around. So no clear conviction from the news. Oh, guys, forgot to mention that I just realized today that this is the last day of the Apex 90% off sale. I thought it was going to be going for another week, but I had the dates wrong, so it is ending today. Today is your last chance to get 90% off evaluations until the next sale. But I do think that likely the next sale won't be for another month. Maybe Labor Day. That's my prediction. But I think that we're going to have a little bit of a break from sales till the fall kicks in. So, yeah. If you're looking to get funded, trade multiple accounts, now is the time. Also, if you're digging the tunes, this is some improvised live looping from one of my dear friends. He's a recording artist. You can check out the link in the description. Yeah, great guy, great musician. So check that out if you're feeling it. Also, shout out my friend Papa Versa if you're here as well. Thanks for the music, man. I don't know if he's tuning in or not, but there you go. All right, market open. Let's see what's going on. Nasdaq is whipping around. Expecting perhaps a bounce here. We will consider widening this downtrend if we continue lower. That looks pretty decent, but you know, on these range kind of days where prices are going up and down, best to favor the narrower channels, the tighter channels. Wider patterns in a trading range structure will definitely backfire on you majority of the time. Nice little push up here. Same push is happening on the Nasdaq. Love to see those both indices moving in lockstep. Maybe we'll get a pullback to the EMA here. This was a nice little move up, so could join this. We have a break and expecting a new extreme to be formed. Meek, what's going on? Meek says, finally did some consistent trading today. 25 points on the Nasdaq on the 50K account. Nice. One contract max. My tip on smaller lots really does wonders. Hope to remain on the path and take some funded challenges. Nice. Meek, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, keep the size small on those accounts, those funded account challenges. They don't give you a ton of drawdown. Unless you're trading the biggest, like the 300K account. That's a decent amount of drawdown, but otherwise, yeah, keep your size small, keep it to like 1-2 contracts, and you'll do a lot better, sure. So glad to hear that that's been helpful and that you're on the road. Okay, there is our first entry long, folks. We can stay above the EMA and get a second entry. I think I like it. Oh man, moving up too high so far. Looks like we're just going to reach a new high without an entry, but over on the Nasdaq looking a little bit more promising. Pull back, big old first entry. We could still easily pull back to that EMA and get a second entry. ES has already made a new high. Bummer. Did not get a chance to enter on that. And now we are at what looks like measured legs. Pretty close. Might push up a little bit higher here. And then we'll be expecting a move down. So didn't get a chance on that. But at least we know what we're looking for, and market's doing what we're expecting. So that's always good news. All right, Nasdaq also moved to a new high. A measured move would be right to this high here. Be a good spot for prices to turn down. ES is right at that overnight high, which is the high from the CPI release. So we'll see what prices do here. We might get a chance at a good short. Would be looking for a failed second entry long. Although the one thing is, this is pretty solid action. Two nice pushes up. Some good momentum, so you don't want to go against the trend if one forms. We just need to see momentum shifting, a move below the EMA, a failed second entry long, and I'd consider taking that. Here we are pushing to a new high. That's a strong looking move, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't think I'm going to be trading a failed breakout here. Maybe if we get one and then a lower high back in the range, I could consider it. Also have a bit of a bullish bias though. A lot of empty space right here. Consistently make, here's a low, higher low. So yeah, definitely a little bit of a bias going on. We don't want to short against that, but if you're feeling crazy, here's your false breakout. Short underneath that bar. Did not get a good looking lower high. That's a pretty decent bar here, but price action just so strong. Hey Pepe, going good. How about yourself? I'm sorry to hear that, Pepe. Sorry to hear that, but I am glad to hear that you're not trading during volatile times in your personal life. I know that I have tried that and it does not go well, so family comes first. If you got things you need to deal with, definitely take a break from trading. But yeah, hope everything goes well for you. All right, continuing to push up here. I think I'm gonna widen this channel. Looks to match up pretty well. Could get like a little pullback here. And a second entry long perhaps. From this high, we only have our first entry. Didn't make a new high yet, so we could pull back and get one more bar here. We have an ATR over 2. Imagine that. Imagine that. That's what a news release will do. I don't really like that bar. There's kind of a stem on top. If we get one more bar right here above the EMA, nice green bar, I'll take that. Maybe. I say that, but it also looks kind of like a little range up top here. Yeah, new spike definitely messes things up. That's a red bar. That would have gone green. I probably would have had to jump into that thing. But we are expecting a new high. You know, if this wider channel is valid, this is our first break. Expecting one more push up. I think we also might have the possibility of like a measured move like so. That would also suggest that we're gonna go up, but we'll see. The trading range could win out here. And it looks like that's what might happen. If we don't get a push above the EMA, I'm going to switch back to a narrower channel here. See what this bar does. EMA is still holding. Or acting as resistance, I should say. But there is our push above. That is a higher low. And I wasn't feeling super confident in the direction there. Otherwise, this is a great setup. From this swing high, pull back, first entry, pull back, second entry, and then a nice higher low confirmation. Beautiful bar, expecting a new high, and there it is. The only thing that was keeping me back from that really is just this possible range resistance. So I don't mind that I skipped that one, but if you were a little bit more confident in the direction, that was a good one to take. Second entry long, higher low confirmation. Over on the Nasdaq, looks like there's more of an obvious bullish bias. We'll see where prices turn down from here. Exponential says has a spike in a channel that seems to fit better. I don't see that yet. I kind of like what we got going on here with this Oh, sorry. I'm on the ES here. I like what we got going with this wider channel. Breaking new high. I think that makes sense price action wise, but we'll see. Maybe some more information will show a spike in a channel. Toad says he's been experimenting with 500 ticks for the slow afternoons and early mornings. Same setup's not bad. Yeah, totally. You just got to be careful with 500 tick charts, as I've said before. You could get some fake outs. But that'd be perfect for Toad's channel. Not bad trading. Toad's new YouTube channel. Hey, Matthew, Rasa. Oh, are we getting close to that measured move? Nice call out, lost. Yeah, if we're looking at that leg right here and that leg right there, we are definitely getting close. That would be another indication that we're close to turning down. Over on the Nasdaq, we're at the top of this channel, and I ignored this because this is the news spike, so sometimes that can distort channels and things, but otherwise the action, it's pretty dang nice. So, and it looks like we're turning down here. Macaroons is saying that the daily chart is looking like a second entry long. Yeah, I know we were right at that, the bottom of that channel. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Yeah, pretty much. First entry long right here. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit messy, but kind of the general pattern, I'd agree. It looks like a second entry long, so would have liked to see this bar actually get lower than that and come up. But hey, if we finish above the EMA and then give a higher low somewhere in here, like next week sometime, that would be pretty decent. That'd be a pretty decent setup. Oh shoot, I'm still on the daily chart here. Oh, sorry guys, I was not even showing you what I was looking at. This is the daily chart for ES, so yeah, like pull back, first entry, pull back. This does look like kind of a second entry long setup. I would want to wait for a higher low here. Not that I'm going to trade the daily chart, but if you are, if you got nerves of steel, there you go. Trade the daily with SPY. Yeah, for sure. Macaroons throwing on 50 contracts, letting it ride overnight. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Or let's laugh out loud. One of the two. I don't know if that's a bad omen or not. All right, so you have a little mini range up here. Rasa, nice. If holding positions over CPI is cool, consider me Miles Davis. Little Billy Madison reference for you guys. Fine piece of cinema, as I do say. It's a film, really. It's highbrow enough to be a film. This looks like another higher low for a second entry long. Really hard to take a long here after we've had this new extreme, but there it is. If you're feeling froggy, that's a decent setup right there. First entry long, pull back. Second entry long, higher low confirmation above the EMA, kind of a failed break out of this mini range. If we get another push up here, we may have a larger channel on our hands. I'm gonna try to look for something like that. Nice, fitting well, pretty off the bottom there. A lot of room at the top. Maybe a spike in channel. Who called that out earlier? This bottom doesn't fit very well for a spike in channel. Lost took the failed breakout on the long side because I felt to short the top. Behavioral modification experiment. I like it. My inclination here is to short the top. I should probably just go long. Nice. Rewire that brain. Big move up, man. So that little second entry long, higher low worked there as well. Craziness. And I do think I would favor, like, our two channel options really are fitting well off the lows or fitting well off the highs. I think I'd prefer this one. It fits better, has a little bit more confirmation to it, follows the EMA better. It just needs to get confirmed off the top, which it looks like we're gonna head up here. We're right at the measure move, so we'll see. pushing above that measured move. We could have ourselves an old-fashioned trend day here, folks. Over on the Nasdaq, I got this big old channel working. And it looks like it might be confirmed here at the top. Back to the ES. So now we're definitely bullish. Just waiting for a pullback and a second entry long. Yeah, Matthew, I'll zoom out, show you my larger channel here. Basically, I just have it going from the low of this swing here, connecting all the bottoms. Nasdaq looking like it might get an overshoot here. Look at that. Crazy. Turned right down at the top there. If it keeps launching up, I mean, we might have like, I don't know, maybe it starts from this low down here. It's steeper. Like that might be the case. Wow, look at that thing go, man. Craziness. Back on ES, we just need a pullback in the second entry long. We're gonna be all over this thing. But so far, no pullback in sight. Just keep grinding higher. You gotta imagine that some folks are just buying bull bars with this strong trend. That's not always a bad move. Al Brooks style, always in, baby, always long. Could this be our pullback? Is this it? Brooke would say you should be buying with a stop below the open right now. Yep, totally. And it would be working out. Watch, this is the one that it breaks below the previous bar. Reached yesterday's high on the Nasdaq. Nice. Yep. Yesterday's high right there, right at the same level. And turning down on the Nasdaq. Pinch your nose and buy. Rasa, are you saying that the owl would say stop below the open of the day or the open of each candle? I think I know what you mean. I just wanted to double check. Open of the day, yeah. You would need quite the stop for that. If you were to buy here, put your stop below the open. That'd be about, what's that? 31 point stop loss. Yee! You would really need some confidence that you're going to get a legitimate move. Yeah, you would definitely have to size appropriately. I mean, even if that's like one micro contract, be like a 160 bucks as a spike on the M30. Are you gonna trade it, Rasa? Are you gonna get in on that? Pinch your nose and buy. Nice, nice, Rasa. Love that. We could get a second entry long here. There it is, second entry long. I don't like how we may still, well, I guess we're not in the short-term trend, but I'm still gonna need a higher low confirmation here. The Nasdaq is at the top of it. Oh, sorry guys, I'm on the wrong chart, but anyway, the Nasdaq is at the top of this channel. The ES has a second entry long here. Pull back first entry, pull back second entry, but it really looks like just one leg, right? This looks like one entry here. See, now I'd be more interested if this reversed all of a sudden. But that was a strong push below the EMA, so don't think that's gonna happen.
Every man dies.
See if we can get a push above the EMA here and a higher low, and I will certainly consider that. Just want to also be looking for possible larger channels like this. Don't want to trade against that. Man, big push up, no way to get in on that. Okay, we're still close enough. This could be a higher low here. Let's see how this bar finishes. It's like a visual second entry long with a higher low. Push below the EMA, no bueno. Double bar entry is a little bit tempting. Gosh, I just wish it would tick below the previous bar. Bummer. Push below the EMA. No dice. This could still push up here and close above the EMA. And no, we're below it now, so gotta hold off on all that. On the Nasdaq, we have a little bit, looks like we're still in a bearish correction channel. So I'm gonna draw that on my chart like so. We're gonna need to wait and see that resolve before we get long again. And you know, if this larger green channel is legit, we have a long way to correct. So yeah, whenever you're kind of near the top of a channel like this, you got to be careful because that's kind of what a healthy channel looks like, right? You're going from the bottom to the top, from the bottom to the top. So when you're at the top, you'd expect prices to go back, at least get to the midline, or possibly even get to the bottom of the channel. It looks like that might be what's happening here on the NAS. Bigger correction playing out on the ES as well. We got pretty much two legs here. One leg like this, one leg actually here. I think this first one probably goes down to here. So yep, looks like pretty much two legs of correction there. And yeah, so we could get a bounce here. We will see. And there is our bounce. Zoom out here, take a look at the bigger picture. Still does look like we could get a new high here. This channel looking pretty legit except for the tops. We do have a break here, expecting possibly one more move up. But we are getting some kind of a little bit of a bearish bias. There's a high here, lower high, low, lower low. Nice higher low, didn't quite close above the EMA, and again we have that slight bearish bias we just got to be careful of. Ooh, this higher low is tempting, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I think I still gotta stick to it. Didn't close above the EMA. But if we get a failed second entry short here, I'm gonna have to jump in on that. Let's see how this bar finishes. This finishes green and above the EMA, I'm gonna have to join in. Doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. Exponential trader, what's up? Good morning. Flat EMA, that's a good call out. Okay, maybe a push above the EMA here. We're gonna need to wait for a higher low though. This is technically, I believe, a failed second entry short. From this low, pull back, first entry, pull back, second entry, failure. We'll see if we get a higher low confirmation. It's gonna have to look nice. It looks like there might be some resistance right here. Ah, shoot, that didn't tick lower. Oh, and you know what? It's set up nice on the Nasdaq. Didn't even notice that. It was kind of tunnel vision. Over here on the Nasdaq, we had pullback, first entry short, pullback, second entry short, failure. Nice looking bullish bar. I don't know if we would have scalped out on that or not. Yeah, I would have gotten out. Another push below the EMA. We might have that wider channel. We did on the Nasdaq. Oh, sorry. Guys, I keep forgetting to switch back and forth between charts. Apologies. But yeah, may have this wider downtrend here. The EMA keeps holding. Push above here, nope. Push above here, nope. Push above here, nope. Keeps getting rejected. Signs of possibly a larger channel. All right, reaching the bottom of the channel here. Exponential saying maybe 2 larger legs back before a new high. Yeah, could be. I don't see how you would necessarily mark those. Maybe like this. I mean, we kind of already marked that. Otherwise, I'm not really seeing how 2 legs would form unless this becomes like just 1 leg right here. And then we get, you know, something like that. That could certainly be because we're still in the channel here. So we would need to see a break and then a new low before considering going long again. All right, possible little overshoot here. We'll see if it acts like one. On the NAS, we have a break of our channel right here. New low formed. So we might get a bounce. Right on the 10K's EMA. I'm going to pop over to the 10K chart. Oop, this is the 1000 tick chart. Yikes. That's a crazy one. There we go. Yeah, same kind of deal on the 10K here. Have this larger channel. Expecting a new extreme and this correction channel. Exponential said we just reached a larger second leg measured move. What's the typical time length of a bar on 10K? That's a really good question, Ross. I don't know. I would need to see the 5-minute chart. I have nothing to compare it to really, but let's see. We've gotten since market open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. About 28 bars. So we'll say 30 bars in an hour or so. So 2 minutes, yeah. Which is crazy because, yeah, it'll slow down for sure. That is crazy that the 10,000 tick chart would be like a 2-minute chart today. Because it seems so slow. I'm just not used to watching slow charts anymore. The 5-minute, oh my gosh, that's an eternity now. But yeah, it depends on the day. Today's also a high volatility day. There's been a lot of movement, which is not always the case. Okay, let's see what the top of the channel does here. Again, possible little overshoot at the bottom, and it is acting like an overshoot so far. Let's see if we pop above the EMA and hold it here. Ooh, look at that. The channel held beautifully. Well, with that push down, maybe this wasn't an overshoot after all. I'm seeing if I can widen that without affecting things too much. Who knows? But anyway, we're still clearly in a downtrend for the time being. That'd be a pretty good context for a second entry short right here. We got better bars. First entry, pull back. That would have ticked higher and then finished right around here. Would have been a pretty good setup to take a chance on. See if we get one more chance for a short here. This correction channel holds and we get a nice second entry, I'm gonna get in. Gotta respect this temporary bullish channel. See if the EMA can hold here. A not good case for bears. We pushed above the EMA. Okay, there's a push below. That's a good sign. Okay, so 2 straight bar closes above the EMA. Not really looking at shorts anymore. And again, zooming out, we are still expecting a new high of the uptrend. Move up, has a break, expecting a new high here. So primarily leaning on the long side, could have taken advantage of the short-term bearish channel for a quick short, but now that we're pushing above, again wanting to get to a new high, looking for a setup that might help us do that. Let's see how the EMA holds here. We might get a second entry long. And a push below the EMA yet again, my goodness. Need to see prices back above the EMA and holding it. Nice, okay. Let's see if we can get a second entry. Okay, let's see if we can get a setup here. As long as the EMA can hold here, if we get a nice second entry long with a good looking signal bar, I like that trade. Don't want to see prices close below the EMA though. So we do have this downtrend that's been working. This is technically our first break. Could get a new low of that. We need to be cautious of that. But the larger pattern is the bullish channel. We also have this channel that needs a new high. So I think there's a more compelling case for longs at this point. And if the setup lends itself to that, I'm going to try to capitalize. But so far, no tick below the bar. There we go. There's our tick below. If there is a close below the EMA, I'm going to completely forget about that idea. And there it is, close below the EMA. So at this point, I would need to see a higher low confirmation of a second entry long. Looks like the downtrend may get a new low here first. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. Although that is a nice looking bearish bar or bullish bar, but you don't like to see that up and down movement above and below the EMA, especially if the context is a little bit dicey. For those of you who weren't here earlier, and as a reminder for those of you who were, this is the last day of the 90% off sale from Apex. I didn't realize it before, thought we had more time, thought we had a week or so. Not the case. Today is the last day to get 90% off and evaluations. I would suspect that it's going to be another month or so before another sale. There's not really, yeah, we're kind of in the middle of the month. Labor Day might be the next one. So yeah, if you want to take advantage of that, now is the time. You can use my code there for 90% off. I think there's a link in the description, probably. Link in the description. Okay, moving down to a new low. There you go. But now that we have a new low, maybe we can get a legitimate bounce and work towards a new high. It would be pretty crazy if this is just straight up a market reversal and we just keep going down here. Anything can happen, but so far price action has played out well, so hopefully that trend can continue. Over on the Nasdaq, we are actually getting really close to the bottom of our bullish channel. That would be pretty neat to see a bounce there. I'm going to pop over to the 10K on the ES. Yeah, I mean, it's telling the same story. We still have this really strong bullish channel. This move down has a break and a new low. It's in all likelihood played out, and we could get a bounce up to a new high now. So let's see if we can get a bounce. NQ, look at that, perfectly off the channel. That is wonderful. I might consider a failed second entry short if it forms there. Back on the ES, we're kind of in no man's land. Do need to see a good push up to the EMA. Nasdaq, we're starting to fail below the range. Tiny little range forming down here. Perhaps a bearish flag for another move lower. Man, what a move down. Could just be one big bull trap. Just testing this little channel out. It doesn't look like it fits very well. We've retraced quite a bit here. Popping over to the 10K. We're going to need to see a push above the EMA soon. Or I don't think we're going to have a hope for a new extreme to be formed on this trend here. Had a break. You're expecting a new high. And can't get a larger correction just because of how big the channel was. And we got that, right? This move down, break a new low. But we have moved pretty far low. So unless we get a move up soon, I think the high of the day is in. Or at least the high of that channel for now. Hey Shayak, good morning. Continuing to push lower. Doesn't feel like it, but I'm just experimenting with like a wider channel. The midline might be good on that. Feels so wide. Doesn't feel right. Man, oh man, continued move down here. All right, so let's bring back this channel here. Now it's starting to look legit. Okay, all right.
Connection lost.
All right, well, let's see if we can get this similar channel on the Nasdaq. Wonder first if we can make it into one big channel, but that doesn't look right. So I think we have to go from this swing. That's looking pretty good. So we'll see if we can get a second entry short. Looking for it on both indices. First to move back to the EMA, we were pretty close to that. There's the EMA. We need to see it act as resistance. Okay, there is the first entry short. See if we can get a pullback and another entry. Same thing is happening on the Nasdaq right now. Just need to see one more little push up, a second entry, and we can get short. So that you can see what I'm looking at here. Pullback right here. This is our first entry. We need one more pullback and a second entry. And that's going to be pretty much as good as it gets. So hopefully that can happen here. We want to see this bar be green, or at least somewhat up, somewhat bullish. Got to draw in some bulls here. Perfect. Okay. Touching the EMA. I like it. We don't want this to move down too far. Ah, geez Louise, we're already at 12 ticks. Oh, shoot. That's our setup. We'll slow on the uptake, see if we can catch a limit. Instance topped out. Oh my goodness. Wow. Volatile, man. Was whipping around. Probably should have known with how this bar body's not at the EMA. Really want to see the body at the EMA. Tempting to get back in there with this one. Oh, that's a huge bar. Jeez Louise. 17 ticks, my goodness. Seeing if there's anything better on the Nasdaq. Doesn't look like it. See if we can get a lower high here. See one more push up, maybe a lower high here at the EMA. No dice. And of course this massive bar worked. You would have risked that. Looks like it already would have worked for a scalp. Still expecting a new low, so we still could get something here. This could reverse super bearish. That would be amazing. Doesn't look like it though. Close above the EMA. Another bar close above the EMA. The Nasdaq has a little bit better of a setup here. It doesn't look like it's going to trigger anyway. Looks like we might get 2 bullish legs of correction here. 1 leg, 2 legs. Wait, did we already reach that measured move? Not quite. Man, what a move up. Let's take a look at the 10K. Coming up to test the 10K's EMA. That'd be pretty crazy if we got up to a new high after all this. There's a second entry long right there. I mean, sorry, a second entry short. You were just looking at this side here. Boom. First entry. Boom. Almost a second entry. That would be a pretty crazy trade if that ended up... Oh, no, we're past the measured move now. Got a feeling it's going to reverse here. Mini congestion forming here at the top. Testing that 10K's EMA, breaking above a little bit. are getting that move down here. No chance to get in on that. There was a lower high on the Nasdaq. I didn't quite catch that. That would have been decent. So again, we had these two legs, and then it looks like we may be pushing down for that new low. If we can get a little pullback here, second entry short, that would be decent. That's kind of the last setup I'm waiting for here. But we are super close to a new low already. Nasdaq already got it. So the setup would really have to come through in a pinch here. We also have a long distance away from the EMA. You know, we'd need it to happen all the way up here. There's our first entry short. And there's our new low. Bummer. Okay, well, that's that, folks. Jumped into a trade, should have waited just a little bit. Context was right in looking for a new low. We had this move down. Here's our break. Expecting a new low, so it was good that I was looking for a short. But it didn't set up great. We had a pullback. First entry. I was just so excited about the prospect of getting a short down to the new low. It is a second entry short for sure, but you do want to see the body of the bar closer to the EMA. This is just the tail, kind of moved far down, and really only looks like one leg, right? This just looks like one leg, even though we have a little bit of a move above here. This really just looks like the first leg down, so should have held off. It's all good. It happens. Losses are a part of this thing, so no worries. We'll get back after it tomorrow. And be careful out there today, man. We got some crazy movement up and down over the EMA. This big channel never even got a new extreme, and kind of having this big market reversal now. But we do have a break and new low of this guy. So this is where we might see a bounce. So I'd wait for a bounce to set up and see if it's legit, or if it runs its course, then you can look for shorts again. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Again, today is the last day of the 90% off sale. Capitalize on that if you're interested. And otherwise, I will see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Take care. Later.